we're just getting ready to mix Yarko with Laila, who he's mixed with plenty before, so they know each other very well, but with his son Shen for only the second time ever. So the last time we mixed them, it was very positive, and we only mixed them for about 15 minutes just to sort of gradually get them to get to know each other. But we're just about to let Laila and Shen out, so we're going to supervise them the whole time just to make sure everybody's safe. But at the moment, lots of friendly greetings through the mesh, so that's good. Yarko's very laid back. He's a really, really good, docile boy. You know, he'd rather than sort of engage in any kind of, you know, aggressive anything, he'd rather just get out of the way. So that's really helpful when we're mixing. The youngsters tend to be a little bit more inquisitive, push Yarko's boundaries a little bit more because they're a bit fascinated by him. But he's really good. So very kind of sensitive, like I say, very docile character. So hopefully it'll go just fine. There's sort of a mixed bag of behaviours from Shen, I think, because he's, you know, this is all completely brand new to him. So there's lots of chuffing towards Yarko, which is really, really good. That's a very friendly sound. So he is being friendly, but when they're in very close proximity, he does also sort of put his ears back and hang his head down. You know, when he's that close without the mesh in between them. It's another big male snow leopard, so he does get a bit defensive and a little bit insecure. He's going to mum now just for a bit of attention and, you know, a bit of security. But he is very interested in Yarko, and he's going towards him and sort of chuffing as he does it. It's just when he gets closer and closer, he sort of puts his ears back and loses his nerve a little bit. So they can be a little bit of defensive aggression from the youngsters. That's what we saw with Laila's first two as well. It's just, you know, Yarko's very big. But Yarko turned around. He didn't want any part of, you know, any kind of conflict. So he's just gone and rested up on a platform. Shen is doing a good thing by sort of just keeping out of his way and exploring the enclosure. Laila's so relaxed, which she was last time we did this as well. And, you know, I often look to the mums, and if the mums are relaxed, then generally I can relax a little bit. Lots of relaxed behaviours from everyone, which is really, really great. You know, lots of sniffing, lots of scent marking, but in a relaxed kind of way. So I'm seeing lots of kind of relaxed behaviour. Shen just can't help himself. He's fascinated with Yarko, so he's spending most of the time trying to control himself. Did at one point just go over and give him a bit of a poke, and Yarko was very good, and I think he's about to again. Yarko is very good, to be fair to him, so far so good. I think you have to assume that there might be a bit of figuring out of hierarchies and things like that. So you do sometimes tend to get a bit of aggression when you're mixing cats at first. It's sort of just part of the game, and then they, you know, figure out each other's boundaries. There really hasn't been that much or any between Shen and Yarko so far, which I'm not worried about. Normally, if they'd have been completely ignoring each other, I wouldn't have particularly been happy, because I think they have to acknowledge each other, they have to know each other are there, they have to interact and communicate. But these guys are doing that. It's just that they're doing it in a very kind of non-aggressive way so far. So there's been a couple of little times where Shen's gone over, possibly just pushed the boundaries a little bit, and he might have got a little hiss, but that's as much as Yarko's given him, and that's good communication. Shen backs off, you know, everybody's listening to each other. I'm perfectly happy with that. This is really great. They've been together for about 20 minutes now, and they've all settled down on their own platforms, nice and relaxed. Everybody kind of just having their own space, but you know, all relaxing together in a way. So that's lovely. I'm really happy with that. Shen has got the hint to maybe give Yarko a bit of space, and he's settled on a platform as well. So that's perfect. We'll leave them together. I don't want to push it in terms of time. We'll leave them together for as long as they're comfortable, and then we'll try and build on this now going forward. So I'd like to try and mix them every day, if not every other at the least, and just gradually start building up the amount of time that they're together. But obviously we have to keep monitoring it just to make sure that everybody's still communicating well and they're still getting on, that tensions are, you know, not rising, that they're actually decreasing. And as long as they gradually, any tensions that there might be, as long as they gradually continue to decrease, then hopefully we'll have a family of snow leopards that are living permanently together.